Hey guys, how are you? I'm back. Anyway, it's been a big summer break for me. Lots of distractions going on, so didn't get much detecting done. Anyway, I'm here at a high school, and this here is a big sports field. Um, it's a place where lots and lots of times they've had elementary track and field meets, and probably some other ones too. So I'm in the spot here where all the people would be setting up their tents and stuff. The teams would be getting together, and the tracks over there where they would race. And of course, there's spots where they do long jump and high jump and so on. Anyway, yeah, I'm on to my first target. Here I go. The signal was very jumpy, but every once in a while it would bump up into the 90s, and that's probably a good sign. Let's take a look. Alright, so there it is. Muddy ground. I've got myself what looks like a dime. I haven't really looked close. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that's a dime. And it's modern as far as I can tell. Yeah. So, very good. Let's keep hunting. Well, this one's hardly worth filming. It's another dime. And take a look at it. It's really rusty. And that indicates it's a modern dime. It has a steel core, covered with nickel, something like that, and amalgam, and an alloy of nickel and something. Anyway, yeah, this was giving a very iron kind of grunt, a 3-4. When it went over, it was just like a little sound that the machine gave, not a very strong sound. And those ones really get me going, because I'm thinking they're modern clad coins for Canada. All right, well, let's keep going. Alright, sorry about the wind, it's a little crazy today. Yeah, so this was a signal that was getting up into the 90s, and there it is. 1975 quarter, right on. Hey, I highly suspect we got a modern coin here. Take a look, watch the machine at work here. See that? 4-4, and it's like, not very deep. So it's right in there. We're going to get the pinpointer out, see if we can find it before we dig, because there's no sense digging a big hole if we don't need to. Alright. Yeah, so it's right there. Let's see if we can see it. It's not, probably just under the surface. So we're going to get the shovel and just dig a little slit right beside where the pinpointer was. Just a little shallow thing like that. Lift it up. Get the pinpointer in there again. Alright, so all the grass roots and stuff have that coin trapped. So you need to get a little bit more cut. But you don't have to dig a giant hole, which is really good in the summer. It doesn't really matter right now, but... And there's the culprit. Not a coin. What is that? Looks like it's a... I don't know. Got a little foot on it. I think my shovel caught it right there, which doesn't matter. Maybe eyeglasses or something? I don't know. That says something on the foot. Push. Or a little lever for something. Alright. Very good. Well, anyway, those kinds of things, right? You got to go after them, because it could be a modern clad coin. But too bad it's just trash. Alright, on to the next. Alright, well, I dug a plug, but I probably didn't need to. It was sitting right here. This is a modern quarter, and it was coming up in that 4 range, but every once in a while with another number a little bit higher, so it's throwing me off, but there we are. And we got 2008, a popular year. Lots of coins made that year, so I think it's the first year they put that new bust of the Queen on there. Alright, well, let's keep looking. Hopefully we run into a bunch more. Alright, this was a bit of a confusing hole. It was giving that iron grunt with the dime, and a 60s, 70s for copper, high 60s, low 70s for a copper penny. And so I wasn't sure. I was like, this could be a pull tab. or something like that. But I dug it, and there it is. I got myself a dime and a penny. Yay. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, well, I got a beautiful signal here. It was jumping between 91 and 95, and I flipped it over. The signal went down a little bit into the 80s, and I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be a penny. And I saw it first, yeah, a penny. But take a close look at that. That's really interesting. That's got a ship on it. There's a number 1 and some kind of foreign language there. I think it's Greek, but I can't really tell. That's pretty cool. Definitely a strange coin for me. On the back, I can't really make that out yet. Here, let me see what I can do here. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this. Yeah, it's got to be Greek. Huh. Interesting. Well, there's a lucky penny somebody lost. What's it say on the bottom here? I think it says 1989. Yeah, or 1980. So not an old thing, but definitely a unique sort of penny. I'm happy. That's a pretty cool looking thing. Alright, right on. Alright, on to another quarter here. This one was really confusing. It should have been a quarter that rang up in the 90s. If you look close, it says 1987. And it was ringing up a lot more like a clad coin. Had some low tones, and then every once in a while a high tone, but up in the 70s to 80s. So confusing, but anyway, I dug it, so there it is, back to life. Alright, look at what has come back to life here. This is an old horn. I'm not sure exactly what kind of horn, off a car or something. If you take a look, that was a mouthpiece, and it's got that coil looking thing there. A couple of spots to bolt on here, and a spot here to hook up to an electric part. Yeah, big old heavy piece of crap or whatever. Anyway, a neat old relic. I wonder where it came from. Anyway, well, I wasn't really going to dig it because it's so big of a signal, right? And I knew it would be some kind of big iron, but I was curious. Alright, well, there you go. Well, there's an American dime. Upside down, of course, but forgive me that. I don't know, it doesn't look too old. It's got some coppery look to it. They call that copper clad. I don't know. It says 1968, I think. Maybe 1988. No, 68. See that? 1968? Yeah. It's a bit of an older dime. Cool. Alright, well, on to the next one. Alright, well, something was telling me don't dig this because although it was mainly a 4 signal, it was getting up into the 7 and 9. And that's a pretty new looking galvanized nail. And dug a few rusty nails that were just 4s, kind of like those rusty dimes that I've been digging and stuff like that. So yeah, confusing. Anyway, well, let's keep going. Alright, there's a quarter for you. 1979, look how deep it was, pretty deep. Probably 6 inches anyway. And ringing up in the 90s, just like I thought, or it should. Anyway, yeah, I had to catch it right though. If I caught it off on an edge, it was ringing up in the 70s and stuff, so, but right over top of it into the 90s. Alright, well, on to the next. Yay. Alright, well, this was ringing up 84, 85. I dug it, and it was ringing up a lot different. That's because there was an inch or two of more dirt on this side. Probably shouldn't have dug it. Well, here we go. I just saw it, and the dirt fell back on it. Take a look. That's what we're after in Canada. Finally got something that's good. $2 coin right there. Awesome. It usually rings up 84, 85, and I thought, well, it was a bit funny when I popped the plug over, so I didn't film the live dig, but there you go. $2 richer. Yay. Alright, I just got this. a little medallion here. It says RE on it. Probably somebody's good luck charm. Well, maybe I've got the luck. Anyway, I'd like to have had some luck today. Yeah, let me keep at it. See if I can pull up something better. Right on. Alright, look at the mess I just made. I had to dig a couple of plugs here. And I got that. This is a first for me. I have myself a Dodge hubcap. Alright, dodged a bullet there. Looks like it's been shot. Anyway, that's kind of neat. It's been in the ground a while, it looks like. Full of dirt and rusty on the back, but this is all aluminum on the front. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, a first for me. I've never dug a hubcap before. Yeah, have a license plate and other car parts, but very cool. Alright, brought back to life. Well, Simplex is at his old tricks again. Take a look. So I had a signal high 80s to low 90s, and it said 4 depths down. Well, actually it's a big piece of metal way down there. You can see it. That's oh, good grief. I don't know how long that is. Almost 2 feet. Alright, Simplex goes deep. But that's not what I want. There sure must be a lot of topsoil on this field. Been added. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, well, I gotta bury this up. Catch you later. Alright guys, so I'm back at the field here. And yeah, a couple of interesting issues. Kind of see the rise there, right up into the main part of the field. And dirt's been definitely moved around here or added. I came across some very deep signals on this field yesterday, and it wasn't paying off as much as I thought it would. Hopefully I find a better line today and get some more big coins. But yeah, it's a calm day, a lot better than yesterday, a little cooler than it was yesterday, so fall's on its way. Alright, let's get going. Well, today's a different day. I'm getting lots of interference from electricity or radiation or something today, and yesterday I hardly got any of that. I had a little tiny bit of it, but it wasn't really affecting the detector at all. Today the detector is going like crazy. I've had to turn down the sensitivity, so I'm having a harder time, but that's okay. I'm moving pretty quick. Hopefully I run away from that radiation or whatever that's interfering. I don't know, maybe it's internet Wi-Fi or something. Anyway, well, I'm on my first find tonight. This was ringing up into the 90s, and I have a quarter and a nickel spill. Right on. Alright, let's keep at it. Alright, on to another spill. Here we are. There's a quarter and a dime. If you look carefully at the dime, it says 1968, which is the year they switched from silver to those other crappy kind of coins. Anyway, I don't think that's silver. It doesn't look like it. It's got a kind of a funny tarnish to it though, so you take it home, check it with a magnet, and see if it sticks. If it sticks, it's the other kind. If it doesn't, it's silver. Right on. Oh, I missed one. There's another quarter. I always check those plugs. Make sure you swing back over, as you never know. The pinpointer might have missed one. It was the hole over here was the quarter and dime, and then it was on the other side of the plug. So yeah, easy to miss, but I'm glad I got it. Alright, well there we go. We got $1. And that was pretty deep too, about 4 inches I suppose. And ringing up very high, 97 or 98 on Park 1 mode. Alright, well, right on. Let's keep going. Alright, so I just caught this one, and it was ringing up like, sort of like maybe like a hairpin would sound, and it was just 4 and a very small sound when I wiped my detector over it. Anyway, I kind of thought it'd be, well, it could have been a hairpin, but then it's worth digging to get one of these. Right on. That's a new quarter. And it's even got the rust marks on it to prove it's steel. It says 2006. Yeah, so I can't get that stuff off because that's rust. Alright, well, let's keep looking. Alright, so one step away, I got another one of those funny sounds. And sure enough, it's one of those dimes. These ones almost always ring up like that. And take a look at it. It's got the heads on it. I think it means one of the characteristics of Canadians is that we volunteer. Yeah, so that's what that is. And it's made in 2001. Yeah. So, yeah, good to find another thing. Alright, well I've just exposed this coin and something was telling me I should be live digging this one. And I just didn't have all my correct equipment. I don't have my tripod and stuff like that. So I've got to hold this. Here, I'm going to show you the numbers that are coming out on this coin. Okay, so that says it's in the 70s to low 80s. When it was, if you don't know if you can see it there you go. Yeah. And that's what the coin, the $2 coin sounds like. So there it is. I just brushed some dirt off. And this one's a bit of a corroded fella. You can see on the other side, a little green. Yeah, that's good. $2. Go along with that loonie. It's a nice outing. Right on. Hopefully I can find a few more of those. Alright. I should be going fishing. I see a beautiful dew worm there. Yeah, anyway, there we go. I got $1, another $1, and with it was a quarter. Very good. Not very old. 2005. Very good. It was right there, giving me a crazy signal. I was getting some very low numbers, probably from that steel quarter, and some very high numbers from that loonie. And it was just sitting right here on the edge of the plug. Oh. Haha. There's got to be more in there. What am I looking at? That's not it. Alright. My dew worm is giving me all that noise. Just kidding. Oh, there it is. Haha. He was hiding it. Another quarter. Yay. And this one's, again, it's rusty. 2001. Anything else? Is that it? Looks like that's it. Alright, super. Well, let's keep them coming. I gotta get all the way back to my car, so it's way over there. Well, it's starting to get a little dark out here. Hey, I'm in that area where my Simplex was going crazy, and I got halfway across the field, and I was still going crazy, not so bad out in the middle, but all of a sudden it felt like a switch turned off. I think something was running in that high school behind me to throw me off. Anyway, there's an American dime. It was ringing up in the high 80s. Yep. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next hunt.